Today, I am going to discuss about renewable energy sources. Another name of renewable energy source is non-conventional energy sources. That is, energy or electricity plays a vital role in our daily life. That is, energy is universally recognized as one of the most significant input for economic growth and human development. That is, which state or which country economically well developed, which state or which country electricity is good, that state or that country is economically well developed, because once the electricity is the good in that the particular the state or particular country, they are industry, they develop the industry at the time, automatically economic is good. That is, which state or which country electricity is good, electricity is good, that state or that country is economically well developed, economically well developed. That is, the electricity plays a vital role in our daily life. That means the both economic growth as well as for the human development, economic growth as well as for the human development. And types of energy sources, generally the energy sources are classified into two types. One is for conventional energy source, another one is for non-conventional energy source. Non-conventional energy source, the another name is renewable energy sources. Okay? The conventional energy source which plays a vital role, it is which provides a bulk or net amount of energy. Conventional energy source which provides a bulk or net amount of energy at a time. These sources are commonly used for generation of electrical energy. At present, the maximum 95% of the energy production with the help of conventional power plant. That is, the conventional power plants, again it is split into, one is for the solid fuel. In solid fuels, that is used for lignite coal, pet, bituminous, etc. And the liquid fuel are heavy oil, diesel oil, petrol, etc. And the gaseous fuels is nothing but natural gas and then petroleum gas and nuclear power. The nuclear power, the fuel used is uranium, thorium and then plutonium. Uranium, thorium and then plutonium. These the power plant are represented as thermal power plant, nuclear power plant, diesel and then the gas power plants. You can observe here, that is the solid fuel they are used for the coal, fuel, lignite or pet, bituminous. This is considered for the thermal power plant. The liquid fuel is considered for the heavy oil or the diesel. Is considered for the diesel power plant. The gaseous fuel is considered for the natural gas or petroleum gas. This is considered for the gas power plant. And the nuclear power means the fuel used is uranium, thorium and then plutonium is considered for the nuclear power generation or nuclear power plant. This all considered for the conventional power plant. In conventional power plant can generate the bulk amount or net amount of power at a time. It is the maximum at present we are depending for 95% of the electricity demand. We are depending only for the conventional power plant. Day to day, the population growth is increased. At the same time, the technology is well developed. But all the appliances input required electrical energy. Due to that, the energy consumption is increased very rapidly. At present, that is the power generation is less than the power demand. That is the power demand including the losses. The generation they are considering for power demand including the losses, because at present the population is increased. Day to day the population growth is increased. At the same time, the technology is well developed. Early morning we are wake up to go to the bed, all the work the maximum depending for the electricity. Example you can take, early morning we are wake up 4 or 5 o'clock, we are using for greaser, that is the water heating. Another one for cooking purpose, we are using for mixie, grinder and electric stove or electric cooker. After that we are using for iron box, washing machine, so on, etc. Almost all the maximum, all the work depending for the electricity. At present, Without the electricity, we can't live. At present situation, without electricity, we can't live. Maximum, all the work depending for the electrical energy. At present, the technology is well developed. In India, n number of appliances are available, but all the appliances, the input required electricity. Input required electricity. Previous 15 years back, only few consumers are using for geyser, washing machine, and AC, refrigerator, so on, etc. But at present, almost all maximum 95 to 98% consumer, all the appliances they are using in home appliances. At the same time, the industry is also well developed. The industry is also well developed. For running those appliances, the primary thing is required for electricity. The primary thing is required for electricity. Due to that, the demand is increased. The demand is increased. But the power generation, that is either thermal power plant or hydro power plant, nuclear, the gas power plant, the power plant is the same. The power plant is the same generation. For example, either 1000 megawatt or 1500 megawatt or 2000 megawatt based upon the demand. But the generation is constant, the demand is increased. We need to satisfy it for the consumer demand. In the power system, the condition is there. We need to, the main objective or the main motto of the power system is, we need to satisfy it for the consumer in two parameters. One is for the quality, another one is for the quantity. We need to satisfy it for the consumer in two parameters. One is for the quality, another one is for the quantity. Quality means we need to supply the electricity to the consumer, that is any type of consumer, the domestical consumer or municipal load or irrigation load, any type of consumer. We need to satisfy the consumer without load interruption, without fluctuation. Need to give the supply 24 hours in a day, in a month 30 days, in a year 365 days, without interruption and without fluctuation. At that time, the consumers are satisfied. Without interruption means on an average per day, we can interrupt 10 to 15 minutes. It is due to some technical issue or any problem rectification in the substation or in the transmission line or distribution line. On average, per day we can shut down 10 to 15 minutes, no problem. But few of the places, they are interrupted the power 6 to 8 hours per day. 6 to 8 hours per day. But recently, they are minimized. But the power generation is less than the power demand plus power loss. Before 15 years back, that is the power generation is greater than the power demand. That is the generation is more, the demand is somewhat less. At that time, 24 hours in a day they are provided for the electricity. Slightly before 7 to 8 years back, that is the power generation is approximately equal to power demand. Almost all it is satisfied. In village consumers, they are shut down the power for 1 hour or 2 hours. 1 hour or 2 hours, because the industrial consumers, they are paying the per unit cost is more. That is, on an average, the per unit cost they are paying for 8 to 10 rupees. But the domestical consumer, they are paying the per unit cost 1 rupee 30 paise to 2 rupee 80 paise. 2 rupee 80 paise. But few of the places, this they are charged from 1 rupee 80 paise to 1 rupee 80 paise to 3 rupee 20 paise. Few of the places they are charged for, but maximum the consumers they are connected from 1 rupee 30 paise to 2 rupee 80 paise. That is the per unit cost. Up to 60 units, some of the places that is 100 units. After 100 units, the tariff is revised. After 100 units, the tariff is revised for domestical consumer. Again here, the tariff is different for single phase consumers and then three phase consumers. Single phase consumer and then three phase consumers. That is the quantity. Quantity means we need to supply the electricity at reasonable price. We need to supply the consumer at reasonable price. That is nothing but the quantity. We need to satisfy for the consumer the two parameters. One is for the quality, another one is for the quantity. Quality means without interruption, without fluctuation of the power. Quantity means at reasonable price. At reasonable price. At the time, all the consumers are satisfied. Here, the maximum 95% of the power generation at present we are depending for the fossil fuels. Fossil fuels is considered for the coal, uranium, thorium, and the diesel, natural gas, so on, etc. These all comes under for the fossil fuel. These fossil fuels are depleted day by day. That is, the fossil fuel means coal, petrol, natural gas are depleted day by day. To overcome this problem in future, we need to search alternate energy sources. We need to search the alternate energy sources. Once we are searching the alternating energy sources, what are the sources available in the nature? Actually, these the fossil fuel available we can utilize to generate the power up to the year 2030 or 2032, up to 2030 or 2032. These available resources. But at present, in the thermal power plant, the fossil fuel we are depending for the 60% of the power generation, and liquid and gas fuel we are depending less than 1% power generation. This is only used for the peak power generation. Peak power generation. Again, it is classified for two types. One is for base load, another one is for the peak load. One is the load is classified for two types. One is for the base load, another one is for the peak load power generation. Base load in the sense, in a day 24 hours, the load is maintained for constant. Throughout the day, throughout the month, throughout the year, the load is maintained for constant. That load is represented for base load. For example, in our home appliances, we can take throughout the day, almost all in a day, 18 to 20 hours, we are using for the light and then fan, TV. On average, 16 to 18 hours. This is considered for the base load. The peak load means within short interval of time, the load is increasing. After that, it is coming from the actual position. The peak load in our home appliances, the example is washing machine. We are using on an average per day half an hour, or in a week we are using for 2 to 2.5 hours. And another one, pumping the water from the borewell. Pumping the water from the borewell. That is the sump water or the borewell water. On an average per day we are using 1 hour. On an average per day we are using 1 hour. That is, this all comes under for the peak load. But base load in the sense, in a day 24 hours, the load is utilized. That is the constant. And in a month 30 days, in a year 365 days, the load is utilized. For example, you can take one power plant, they are generated for 100 megawatts. For example, one power plant, they are generated for 100 megawatt the power generation. In the particular power plant, that is the load is 40 megawatt is base load. 40 megawatt is base load. Actually, the plant capacity is 100 megawatt, but they are generating the maximum power 90 to 95 megawatt. 90 to 95 megawatt. Actually, the plant capacity is 100 megawatt, but they are generating the power 90 to 95 megawatt. In the particular power plant, the base load is 40 megawatt. That is, throughout the period, the power generation is required. The demand is 40 megawatt, but the peak load we don't know. The load it should be varying day by day. That is, today the demand is either 50 megawatt or 60 megawatt, 80 megawatt. Tomorrow the load is different, and the peak load it is vary from summer as well as for the winter. During holidays and then working days, the peak load is different. That is, the peak load is varying within short interval of time. Again, it is coming from the actual position. Actual position. That is, the peak load, that is either 50 megawatt or 60 megawatt or 80 megawatt. We don't know the accurate value. We don't know the accurate value. The load it should be differ day to day and the month to month. Hour to hour, the load is changing. That is the peak load. That is 50 megawatt or 60 megawatt or 70 megawatt. That is available only short interval of time. That is 1 hour or 1.5 hour. The maximum 3 hours. The maximum 3 hours. That is early morning 4 to 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. Afternoon, the slight the load is increasing. That is 12:30 to 2, because they are using in that AC in industry as well as for the home appliances, and the cooking purpose they are using, watching the TV. And the evening 4 o'clock to up to 10 p.m. Up to 10 p.m. The load is peak load. That is, the load is increased rapidly. Few of the members used for the laptop. Some of the members they are playing for video game, washing the cloth, the cooking food, and so many appliances. That is, the 4 to 10 the peak hour is here. The 4 hours in early morning 2 to 3 hours. On an average per day 6 to 8 hours the peak load is there. Peak load. The remaining all comes under for the base load. Remaining all comes under for the base. Now, at present, the demand is increased. At the same time, the fossil fuels are depleted. But we need to search for the alternate energy sources. Alternate energy sources. The available resources we can utilize to generate the power only within short interval of time. That is only 6 to 8 years. 6 to 8 years. Up to 2030 or up to 2032, we are used to generated the power with the help of the fossil fuel, that is the conventional power plant, that is thermal power plant, nuclear power plant, gas, and then diesel power plant. But after the 2030 or 2032, we need, at present, all we are depending for the electricity. Without the electricity, we can't live. Without the electricity, we can't live. But we need to search the alternate energy sources, how we can satisfy for the demand in the future. That is, the alternative energy sources are renewable energy sources. That is, the renewable energy sources, the another name is nothing but non-conventional energy sources. Renewable energy sources are producing no net energy. That is, it does not depleted by their use. That is, renewable energy sources, the major drawback is it is not continuous and constant power generation and generate the less amount of power. That is, renewable energy source is not continuous and constant power generation and generate the less amount of. Non-conventional energy sources are sun, that is solar power generation, wind power plant, biomass, geothermal, ocean tides and waves, etc. That is OTEC, ocean thermal energy conversion, or tidal power plants. Now, these power plants are represented as solar power plant. These power plants are represented as solar power plant, wind power plant, and then biomass are the biogas, geothermal power generation, tidal power plant, or ocean thermal energy conversion. Now, in this, the conventional power plant, once the fuel is utilized, it is the burn, we can't recycle it. The output in the form of ash, or it is evaporated in the atmospheric air in the form of carbon dioxide or nitrous oxide or radioactive substances or sulfuric acid. For the non-conventional energy sources, it is recycling process. It is continuous process. It is not depleted. For example, you can take the solar power plant. Every day sun rises in the east and sunset on the west. We can generate the power. In the cloudy days, based upon the atmospheric condition, few of the time we can't generate the power. But the solar radiation is available. It is not the some amount of the radiation is maintained. We can generate the power. And the wind, it is not destroyed. And recycling process. The wind is available abundant everywhere in the world. But the thing is, we can't generate the power throughout the day. But the wind is available throughout the day. Power generation capacity, that much of the wind is available only few hours in a day. And the biomass, that is collecting the wastage particle, that is animal waste or domestic waste, industrial waste, and dump into a container, apply the chemical energies, the converted in the form of gas particle. Due to that, the gas particle drives the turbine, which converts the steam energy into mechanical energy. Further, that mechanical energy converted into electrical energy. And the geothermal power plant, we are generating the power only in the few places. That is nothing but the volcanic land or rock land. In tidal power plant and then ocean thermal energy conversion, we are generating the power in the end of the seashore area. That is the 25% of the seashore area. We can generate the power at the end of the seashore area. But the major drawback in the renewable energy sources or non-conventional energy sources, we can't generate we can't generate continuous and constant power generation. That is, we can generate the power. It is not continuous and constant power generation. But at present, maximum 95% we are depending for conventional power plants. Only 5% we are depending for the renewable energy sources. Only 5% we are depending for the renewable energy sources. But the motto of the energy sector is we need to replace the vice versa. That is, the 80 to 95% we need to generate the power in the renewable energy source or non-conventional energy source up to the year 2030. Now, One research is going on, that is nothing but the electric vehicle. It plays a vital role at present sector. A number of job opportunities also available. That is nothing but the electric vehicle. Actually, at present, the vehicle we are using, the fuel is diesel or petrol. Due to that, it polluted to the environment. Now, the hybrid vehicle is available in the market. The hybrid vehicle means we can run the vehicle with the help of battery or with the help of the fuel, that is the petrol or diesel. The battery backup, it should be available for 1 to 2 hours, and based upon the area, that is based upon the area also. That is in highways, the backup is available only few hours, but in that the local area, the backup is available the more. Here again, the charging the vehicle, the battery, we are using the conventional power. We are using the conventional electricity. Again, it polluted to the environment. Again, we are using the fossil fuels. Again, we are using the fossil fuel. Completely the replaced in the form of the liquid fuel, that is the diesel or petrol. They are using only for the electricity running the vehicle. Already the successfully they are implemented in few of the companies, but the one drawback is available. Once the vehicle is running, they are replaced the engine in battery. They replaced the engine with battery. Now, for certain kilometer is crosses means the vehicle is flying in the air. The vehicle is flying in the air. That is the major drawback. So many research are going on. Once it is the fully completed means already successfully completed, 1 or 2 companies available in India also, but it is not released in the market. It is not released in the market. Now again the research is going on. At the time, almost that is the main motto is in the year 2030 or 2032, all the vehicle is replaced as a electric vehicle. And one more thing, the fossil fuels generation is also replaced for the non-conventional power plant or renewable energy sources. But successfully at present place two things. One is nothing but the solar power generation. Another one is nothing but the wind power plants. One is for the solar power plant. Another one is for the wind power plants. The both plays a vital role at present sector. Now almost all we are generating the power with the help of the renewable energy sources. 6 to 8% of the total demand. This we need to replace in the year 2030 almost all 80 to 85%. That is vice versa of the fossil fuels. This is the motto of the energy sector. Next topic is comparison between conventional and then non-conventional energy sources. Conventional and then non-conventional energy sources. What are the comparison between the conventional and then non-conventional energy sources? In conventional energy source, there is nothing but the fuel we are used for the fossil fuels. We need to purchase the fuel, that is the coal or diesel, petrol or uranium, thorium, so on, etc. But in the non-conventional energy source, there is nothing but the renewable energy sources. The fuel is available, the free of cost in the nature. Free of cost in the nature. The conventional power plant, it polluted to the environment in the form of carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, sulfuric oxide, and radioactive substances. But the non-conventional energy source, that is renewable energy source, it does not pollute to the environment. Does not pollute to the environment. And the running cost is high in the conventional power plants. Running cost is high in the conventional power plant. That is the fuel cost. Suppose the demand is increased, the fuel utilization is also increased. That is considered for the running cost. But in the renewable energy source, the running cost is less. That is the fuel is available in the nature free of cost. And the conventional power plant is exhaustible one. Non-conventional power plant is, it is not exhaustible. And the conventional power plant, it is used for, commonly used for power generation, because we can generate the power in the conventional power plant, the bulk amount of power or net amount of power at a time. And in the non-conventional power plant, it is not continuous and constant power generation. That's why they are depending for comparatively. That is somewhat low comparing to the conventional power plant. At present, in conventional power plant, they are depending for 90 to 95%. In renewable energy source, they are depending for 5 to 7%. And in conventional power plant, the power generation, the cost is more. The power generation, the cost is more. In non-conventional power plant, power generation, that is the per unit cost is somewhat less comparing to the conventional power. That is the initial cost is more in the conventional power plant, that is non-conventional energy sources, that is renewable energy sources. After that, the running cost is free of cost. Running cost is free of cost. You can see here, that is in the conventional power plant, the bulk amount of power is generated. The bulk amount of the power is generated. That is the net amount of power is generated at a time. That is continuous and constant power generation. But in the non-conventional energy sources, generate the less amount of power. That is, it is not continuous and constant power generation. In conventional power plant, it polluted to the atmosphere in the form of carbon dioxide, sulfuric oxide, nitrous oxide, and radioactive substances. But in the renewable energy sources, that is non-conventional energy sources, it does not pollute to the environment. It does not pollute to the environment. In conventional energy sources, the running cost is high. That is the fuel cost, coal or gas, uranium, thorium, plutonium. If the demand is increased, means we can generate the power, but the running cost is more. In non-conventional power plant, the running cost is less. That is, the fuel is available in the nature, the free of cost. And conventional energy sources, it is exhaustible. That is the burning in nature. But in non-conventional energy source, it is not exhaustible. It is not burning in nature. And conventional energy sources, these are commonly used for power generation. At present, they are depending for the conventional power plant 95%. And non-conventional energy sources, they are comparatively new sources of energy. Recently, it should be developing, but the motto, the aim is in the year 2030 or 2032, almost all the vice versa, 85% we are generating power from the renewable energy sources. Only 5 to 10% we are going to depend for the conventional power plants. And the generation is expensive in conventional power plant. That is, the per unit cost is more in thermal power plant or nuclear, gas, and then diesel power plant. But in the non-conventional power plant, the initial cost is more, but the running cost is very, very cheap for long period. Once we are spending the cost, the initial cost, within we can recover within the 1 or 1.5 years. After the all the generation is considered for the free of cost. And advantages and disadvantages of the renewable energy source are non-conventional energy sources. That is, comparing to the conventional energy sources, that is comparing to the fossil fuel, the advantages of the renewable energy sources, it does not cause any pollution. It does not pollute it to the environment. It is not polluted. It is not released for carbon dioxide, sulfuric oxide, nitrous oxide, and it is not releases for the radioactive substances. This is the major advantages of the renewable energy source. And fuel is available free of cost in the nature. Fuel is available free of cost in the nature. That is in the solar power plant. We are taking the solar radiation. The wind power plant available in the nature, atmospheric wind. In the renewable energy source, the fuel is available in the free of cost. That is available in the nature, and it is not depleted. It is not depleted. That the fossil fuels are depleted, but the renewable energy sources are not depleted. It is a recycling process. And one more the advantage is it is renewable source. That is the recycling process. And locally available renewable energy can be fully utilized. At present, few of the rural area, they are not having electricity because away from the load center at the particular places, the renewable energy source is the best thing we can satisfy for the consumer. Just we can place further the small PV panel at the battery bank converter we can give for the consumers. That is the rural area. And disadvantages of the renewable energy sources, the initial cost is more. That is the major drawback, and it requires large area of land. You can take for the solar power plant. You can place the solar panel. The area requirement is more, and the tidal power plant also the area requirement is more. Geothermal power plant, OTEC, so on, etc. The renewable energy source, the land requirement is more to construct the power plant, and the initial cost is also high. And generation of power is not continuous and constant power generation. This is the major drawback in the renewable energy source. It is not continuous and constant power generation. That is, generate less amount of power. For example, we can take the solar power generation. In a day, on an average, we are generating 4 to 5 hours. That is, early morning, 8 o'clock to up to slightly it should be increasing 9, 10, and 12 o'clock. Again, it is decreasing to 4 o'clock. Up to we are generating on an average per day 4 to 6 hours. We can't generate the power in the night time. We can't generate it in the cloudy days and then rainy days. That is, and one more thing, it is not continuous generation and it is not constant power generation. Constant power generation means early morning 8 to 9 o'clock the power generation is somewhat differ, and 9 to 10 it should be increasing, and to 10 to 12 that is peak power generation, again 12 to 2 somewhat it is decreased, again 2 to 4 again it is decreased, and 4 to 6 p.m. again slightly it is. That is, renewable energy sources not continuous and constant power generation and generate less amount of power. Generate the less amount of power. Today in this the section we are discussed about introduction of the renewable energy sources and types of energy source, that is conventional as well as for the non-conventional power plant, and comparison between conventional and then non-conventional energy sources, that is the fossil fuels with respect to the non-fossil fuels, and advantages and disadvantages of renewable energy sources with respect to the conventional energy sources.